nope, 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 nope. So I guess it snowed last night? Anyway, ready to drive down. Hi. So, I really haven't vlogged today because I was at work and I was in the Springs, and usually I kind of don't really vlog too much when I'm at work, and then I vlog like when I get home. So I left work at 3:30 and went home. I went to my mom's house because they're out of town, so I like took care of the cats for them, just like changed their litter box and stuff, and picked up December, and we decided to leave. And I had shown you guys this morning that there was a little bit of snow, not a whole lot, just a tiny little bit on the ground. It really wasn't too much at all. And when I got to the Springs, like when I hit kind of the Castle Rock Monument area, the snow got a lot worse. And but it was fine. It still wasn't too bad. It wasn't like slippery. It was just like whiteout kind of conditions. And it wasn't for too long, and I made it done fine. And it was snowing pretty heavily in the Springs while I was at work, but by the time that I left work, there wasn't really much on the ground. It wasn't snowing anymore. The roads were pretty dry, so I wasn't that worried about it because Denver was pretty dry when I left. So I left at about 4 maybe, and started driving. And then I hit Monument, and the snow got pretty bad, and there was blowy snow everywhere. People weren't going very fast, like maybe 40 miles an hour. And I was like, okay, well, you know. And it just got worse and worse and worse as I got into Denver. And then my car kind of started jolting, like forward. Like it felt like it was jolting a lot. So I called my mom like 6 times, and I texted her, and I was like, important! She called me, so I was able to talk to Roger, and he said that he thought it was probably just my spark plugs. They were probably wet or something like that, because it was so wet out. It was just like really, really wet, slushy snow. And so I was like, okay. So I kept driving, you know, and he said to call if it got any worse. And I was like, still not in Denver yet, and it had obviously taken me quite a bit of time. It took me almost an hour to get to Castle Rock alone. So I still wasn't in Denver, but I was like almost at the very outskirts of Denver, like where the suburbs kind of start. And my car started shuddering really bad, and then a light came on and was like flashing, and it was like an amber flashing light, and I was like, this looks like a robot's head. I have no idea what this is. And so I tried to call my mom again, and she just wouldn't pick up. And I called her a bunch of times, and she wouldn't pick up, so I called my dad, and he helped me figure out there was probably the check engine light. And I was like, well, shit. And then my car, he was like, well, why don't you just keep driving? Just keep it slow. And obviously, like, I couldn't go over 30 miles an hour anyway, because nobody was going over 30 miles an hour. So he was like, just keep it slow, and just drive home, and you know, and then see how it is tomorrow. And I was like, okay. So then I was driving, and then the shuddering got really bad. Like I was at a stop, and the car was just like shuddering really, really bad. So I called my best friend Lisa, whose dad is a mechanic, and asked her about it. So she was like, okay, let me get in touch with my dad. I think you should pull over and like find an AutoZone or something. And I was like, okay. So I pulled over and shut off the car because I was like slightly afraid that it was going to blow up and like kill me in December. So I'm like on the outskirts of Denver, according to Google Maps, because of the snow and there was a bunch of different bunch of accidents. It was still going to take me an hour and a half or an hour to get home in the middle of a snowstorm in my car, which seems to be having issues with my dog in the back seat. So I was like, okay, don't freak out, don't freak out. And then I talked to my dad a little bit more, and then I called. I was trying to find like the closest auto place, so I Googled it and found one that was like sort of close, but they closed at 6. They all closed at 6. Like they were either all closed or were closing at 6, and it was like 5:40 when this was happening. And so I called them and explained, and I was like, should I come in? Or I know you guys close in like 20 minutes, but I need to get home. And he basically said that he thought it was something to do with the ignition coil or something like that. And he told me I would probably be fine to drive home. It would be a rough ride, but I would probably be okay. And just to let it dry out overnight, if I could park it in like a covered area or inside, which I can't, obviously. And then see how it is tomorrow and take it into the garage if it wasn't better. So I was like, okay. And then Lisa's dad called me, and he basically said the same thing. And he said that I need to get it replaced as soon as possible if it is the ignition coil, and he thinks it is because he said he knows the Ford Focus pretty well, and he doesn't think it's like water. Because otherwise it can like damage the exhaust or something like that. And by the way, at this point I had called my mom about 15 times and she was not picking up, and I had texted her about 6 times, and I was like, my car light is flashing and it's shuddering and I might break down and die, and she like wasn't picking up. Anyway, so I talked to Lisa's dad, and after talking to him and the other mechanic, I felt a lot better. Like this like dog hair floating in the air. Did you guys see that? Holy crap. I was like petting December. Now there's dog hair everywhere, all over me and all over my bed, whatever. Anyway, so I kept driving, and yeah, it was rough. When I was getting back on the highway, nobody was even going above 5 miles an hour, let alone 10. Eventually, I got up to about 40 miles an hour, just because I wasn't comfortable going any faster than that. But my car was sliding. There was so much traffic. It took me, I just walked in the door and peed because I had to pee as well. I was stuck in a snowstorm with a broken car and my dog, and I had to pee. And I walked in the door at 7 o'clock. So I left work at 3:30 and I left the Springs at 4, and it took me 3 hours, and it's normally about an hour drive, an hour and 15, an hour drive with no traffic, an hour 15 with regular traffic. Yeah. So it's 7 o'clock, and I'm exhausted, and I'm gonna take a bath, make the thumbnail for tomorrow, and make sure my tags and description are up. That's all I'm doing. Like, that was such an ordeal, and now I'm gonna have to fix this ignition coil thing, like, tomorrow. But luckily, Lisa's dad says it's not too expensive. It shouldn't be too expensive to fix. So that's good. Thanks, Lisa's dad. Thanks, my dad. Thanks, Roger. Roger did, my mom finally checked her phone, so I was able to get in touch with Roger, and he called me back, but that was after I was already driving. So yeah, that's been my day. I had this whole thing I was going to tell you guys about caffeine and soda and caffeine and coffee and caffeine, but I'm just going to talk about it like tomorrow or something because I can't. This is going to be like the bulk of the vlog is this clip. Was it scary? Did we drive for 3 whole hours? Did we survive? Did we survive the scary trip? That was just like, I need to like lie down now. So, I'm going to be taking a bath and watching Orange is the New Black. Because, holy crap, today was stressful. So I'm in bed. I'm in my sweatshirt again because I'm really cold. And I was about to go to bed, and I was just finishing up. I did the thumbnail for the video, finished the tags, did the end screen and all that good stuff. So it's ready to go tomorrow. And I realized that I haven't edited the vlog today because I normally edit it when I get home from work, and I didn't get home until 7. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I'm editing it tomorrow morning. I know I'm missing a day, but my resolution wasn't to upload a vlog every day. It was to daily vlog. I'm still vlogging every day, even if sometimes I miss an upload day. Okay. I'm so tired. I just want to go to sleep. But, I think I'll try to wake up early tomorrow morning and edit at least yesterday's vlog in the morning, and then I can edit today's vlog after work or something like that, and I'll upload them both tomorrow, and I'll upload them separately. So yeah, I'm just really tired and I really need some sleep, and today was absolutely exhausting,
in every conceivable way. Like the whole drive up here, I was so tense and like on edge because I was like watching my car was just sliding and I was like afraid it was gonna blow up. And my back ached and it was just not a fun drive. Anyway, I'm going to sleep. Um, I'm gonna finish this episode that I'm watching and then I'm going straight to bed. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. Today's vlog was a little boring. Things took a turn for the unexpected. And obviously I couldn't vlog while I was driving. Um, I thought about vlogging in the parking lot when I was parked, like trying to figure out what to do, but my phone battery wasn't very high, and while I do have a car charger, I was like, what if I can't start my car and then my phone dies and then I can't charge my phone because like I can't start my car, and also like my charger is super 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 slow in my car. So I was just like, I can't waste any battery. Like I need to be able to call AAA. So yeah, I'm gonna say goodnight and thanks for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. I will upload both vlogs tomorrow, I promise. I'm so sorry. I love you guys. You are the best. Alright, good night. Bye.